Start at 174 with number 1 Michael Kemerer, number 3 Carter Starocci.
Wrestling for the championship at 174 pounds, in the red from Iowa, Michael Kemerer.
And his opponent, wearing the green, representing Penn State, Carter Starocci.
Rematch of the Big Ten Finals, Starocci and Kemerer, a classic showdown, Iowa and Penn State. We're glad you're with us here for the back half of our lineup tonight. Upstairs here at the Enterprise Center, Mike Cousins, the Hall of Famer Tim Johnson, 10 rows down, Jim Gibbons, the championship wrestler and coach, and on the floor, Quint Kesnick. These two know each other quite well, TJ.
Yeah, Michael Kemerer, the old guy, the old gun from the Young Gun Club back in the Pennsylvania area. He led the 5 Hawkeyes that are from Pennsylvania. He was the catalyst that brought them all there. And this, the national championship has eluded him. He's been 3rd, he's been 4th, but Carter Starocci on the scene and is an incredible freshman, one of only 2 freshmen in the finals here, and one of the leaders of 6 Nittany Lion freshmen in the lineup at the end of the year.
And so far, Tim, we've been able to see the Penn State wrestlers make pretty good adjustments since the Big Tens. But against Michael Kemerer, I think that's a tall order here for Starocci here, the freshman, with all the experience that Michael Kemerer has. Look for him to work heavy on the head, and if he gets in on the leg here, he likes to attack the right leg of Starocci. He's probably one of the best finishers in the country.
Yeah, Kemerer attacks from everywhere. He's just tough everywhere. But you're right. I mean, who is going to bet against Penn State in the finals? Their percentage of wins over the years has to just be out of this world, and they've won 2 out of 2 tonight. They'll be favored in the next one. But right here, the favorite is the guy they call Grandpa on the Hawkeye team, Michael Kemerer from Murraysville, Franklin Regional High School in Pennsylvania. Same high school, teammates of Spencer Lee, who's coming up.
Does that come with AARP benefits for the nickname? Doesn't do him any good here. As
their card.
They're
send
even
about a dozen of those in the mail every year. So.
They're even over the course of 7 minutes, equals here inside the circle.
And for Starocci, I think that, that this was a match that Kemerer was able to put up 3 takedowns in the match, and he probably wants to slow it down a little bit. He's had success with the best wrestlers in the country so far. There's that attack on that leg. Read pretty well by Starocci. I think he wants to slow this match down a little bit here, not fall behind. And he's had success in the top position, beating some pretty good guys this year. That's been the difference.
Work through those ties. Good.
You're hearing about these Penn State freshmen. Yeah, they got a chance. They really reloaded here. They got some really talented guys. A little misdirection shot there by Starocci. And these are the heavy hips of Kemerer.
Just like an anchor, really does a nice job here. And if he can scoop that leg, which he does.
Yeah, he does, and he hasn't quite got it yet. Starocci is basically trying to shelf that leg. If he can, get that left leg of Kemerer up a little bit. No points have been awarded yet. Now that he's put the head up underneath the knee, he's got a little bit better wrestling position.
Yeah, nice job. Nice job by Starocci there. Yeah. Getting that head underneath the knee and then the cut across.
He's got the left arm across the waist. He's going to be bailed out by a stalemate. But so I think both guys ended up benefiting from that call there. Starocci really bailed out of that bad shot. Not really bad shot as a shot, but he got a stop pretty well. But good job by him being the aggressor of the match.
If you're a longtime wrestling fan or just new to the sport, you know that there are a lot of sacrifices to be made, whether it's time, lifestyle, diet. This year it's been separation from family, and David Carr, the champion from Iowa State, separation no more, to give dad a hug after he wins his first national championship.
And mom, Nate and Linda, so proud of their son, David. There's Nate Jr. right beside him. His older brother wrestled for Iowa State as well.
Give me a nice pause.
Now an assistant coach at Lockhaven.
These athletes have been asked to be perfect this year, and this event, the success of it, is due to testing. The backbone of this event. All these athletes were tested at home before they traveled to St. Louis. 2 tests here in town before they could show up to this facility, and testing daily, okay? 330 participants, multiple coaches per team, officials, a couple broadcast people, not a single positive test. Close your eyes, that's how many positive tests, 0 among the whole field. An amazing testimony to the discipline, the sacrifice, the common sense that has made this event so successful this year.
Yes, Quint, you're the only Tier 1 among us, so we cannot interact with you in person. You're always Tier 1 in my book, but especially here, as it says on your credential this week. It's amazing, though, when you think about, look at the NCAA men's basketball tournament. The University of Virginia had to wake up at 1:30 to test and fly in just hours before their game. A game was canceled earlier today, a team advancing. And here, the sport where wrestlers spend time in each other's faces for 7 minutes and not a single positive test is just something else.
Action.
Jim, you mentioned Starocci wanting to slow it down right here. It's certainly playing into what he wants this match to be about, to be there at the end, to have the opportunity to score 1 takedown if it takes overtime. 2 of his wins along the way, overtime wins against Massa from Michigan and Romero against Ohio State. He's used to this game. It's the game he's playing right now.
Yeah, but he's also taking the shots, Tim. He's got in on that leg one more time.
And if he can get around on this,
Popped up to his feet. Yeah. So now he's coming up around the head. I don't know. He's got the cradle locked up. Oh my goodness.
But just 7 seconds left here in the second period.
It'd be hard to bump him over, but he gives up on it and then goes around. And he got the far ankle.
But no 2 awarded.
Long time ago. Long time ago.
Yeah, time was out. Take a look at this action here with the cradle. And he gives up on it and comes around and able to get to the far ankle. But by that time, the time was up. You see Tom Brands over there in the middle there. He knew that the time was up.
I don't think he knew. He was trying to make sure that it was wound down to 0.
And here's where Starocci, pretty effective in the top position for that freshman. He's driving back in. And
Starocci does a great job of, like you said, measuring, anticipating. Did a nice job there of recovering and covering the leg going out of bounds.
And if I'm Starocci, I try to win the match right here in this position. And it's going to be very difficult to do, but might take 6 or 7 10-second goes. And do all you can to go ahead and create an extra point for yourself.
1001, we're up.
And then Wiley veteran split the hands right there, gets the quick escape. Man, you really got to commit to that ride. And Kemerer got into that right leg pretty easily, and you can see where Starocci's keeping that right leg back. So he's going to have to go ahead and, you know, every assistant coach in the country knows how a guy leads legs and what you know what you need to do to keep defensive working for you. So there's an adjustment being made. Kemerer just hasn't got to his shots like he normally would. And maybe just something as simple adjustment as just changing your stance.
Wrestle through that. Work through that.
A little bit of slowed down right here, but Starocci does a really nice job of moving his feet laterally, staying in the center.
Action in the center.
Yeah, windows are really tight in this match. There's not many opportunities to go ahead and score. A diving attempt there by Kemerer. Got to be careful not to extend yourself too much. The athleticism of Starocci, be able to go ahead and find him around behind you very quickly.
Final half minute of regulation. for the Hawkeye and the Nittany Lions, squaring off after they did in the Big Ten title match, 7-2 in favor of Kemerer there.
And you saw Starocci coming last year 18-0 in his redshirt year, winning the Southern Scuffle. He has stepped up.
Shot there by Kemerer. Starocci holding position. They've really kind of got to each other's legs in the same amount of time. Going off of memory here, but see Kemerer looking back in the corner if there's anything he should be doing differently. I think this is basically, well, the counter shot there by Starocci. He finds himself in a good position into a double leg. He scoops the leg. He's got him down.
Starocci driving, and there's the two. The national championship to Carter Starocci.
And 3 for 3 for the Nittany Lions.
What a well-timed shot that was. Kemerer just picked up his activity, dropped back in on a double leg, brought his hips to the party, scooped the leg, and slammed him down.
Starocci now the 5th Nittany Lion to win it at 174. Mark Hall, Matt Brown, Ed Ruth in recent memory, and Starocci adds his name to the deep legacy of championship wrestlers at a Happy Valley.
Take a look at that action. Kemerer picking up his activity. Just a counter shot right there. Gets his head to the outside, steps up, brings his hips in. Keeps on moving with that lower body.
Yeah, and he captured those hips. He had those hands behind the hips and drug them in. Really good job.
Yeah.
Quinn?
Carter, you told me last night that the moment wasn't too big. It wasn't going to shake you. What was it like stepping up on the podium tonight?
It feels good, you know what I mean? That's what I trained for all year, you know what I mean, at these big matches. So I tried to stay calm during Roman and Nick Lee's match, you know what I mean? I was getting fired up, so I had to calm down. But like I said, I'm not surprised, you know what I mean? This is what I do.
This was a rematch. You faced Kemerer before. What was different this time?
Nothing, you know what I mean? Just, it's the same thing. And you go out there, and when you come to Penn State, you know what I mean? I'm telling you, like, you perform at the big show, and it's no surprise. Like, our coaches are the best, and a huge shout out to Coach Casey, you know what I mean? That's my man. I love him to death.
David Carr apparently is also your man.
Yeah, that's my boy too, yeah.
Big smiles, great effort tonight, Dave.
Hey, thanks a lot.
Congratulations, Carter.
All glory to God, thank you.
The Nittany Lions are 3 for 3, and #1 seeds tonight are 0 for 4. A little bizarro action as no #1 seed has won just yet. Penn State solidly in 2nd place in the team race. And up next, the last of the 4 Nittany Lions. It's the undefeated and, dare we say it, #1 seed